I don't know. Right now with Steve, he's doing everything. You guys have seen him around. He was in San Antonio. He's here right now. He's been in practices. He's been in coaches' meetings. He's doing everything but coaching. But at this point, he's not able to coach. I wish I could say that he was. I'm sure he wishes he could as well. But that's where we are. If something changes and he feels better, I'll sit here, or better, he would sit here and tell you. But right now, I can't say that he's going to be coaching. I know there's a ton of hypotheticals, what ifs. If he feels better and we have to make those decisions, we will. But right now, we're not putting any deadlines on should he feel better, what we will do. It'll be based on what day it is, how exactly he feels, how long he's felt well. I should be saying this with more emotion because it's hard for me. I'm kind of in this basketball mode, but he's a person and he's not feeling well, and that's what makes it hard. And more than how it reflects our team is how he's feeling. That makes it very difficult to have to sit here and say that the man that's hugely responsible for us being in the finals for 3 years in a row, in a moment that he should be treasuring, can't do it. It's painful, and I know it's painful for him more than anybody. And I wish, and he wishes, and I'm sure you guys do too, that there was something that could get him there. But right now, we're not at that point.
Did the last procedure alleviate any of the symptoms or help at all?
Kind of to be determined. Not enough to coach, but he's here, and I guess that's a positive. He wasn't in Utah, I believe it was, but he's here now, and incremental, I don't know. You know, that's a hard one. I'm not inside his mind, and it's degrees of better or worse, but not enough where I can sit here and say he's going to coach our team.
You mentioned there's not a deadline, but you know, say he's feeling good during the finals or after game one. Is that an option moving forward?
I think, Chris, anything's an option. This is unusual, right? And I understand that. I want to know the answer to that too. But some of this is nuance. This is not clear and concise. It's a lot of gray area. It has been, even though Mike has won all these games. This is not. There's no right or wrong way to handle this. Short of looking in his eyes, how you feeling? How do you feel about doing it? You know, we talk amongst ourselves, but I hope that discussion. I hope we have that chance to make that determination. That means he's feeling better. I hope I'm not sitting up here. Actually, I hope I'm sitting up here again saying something good. To be honest, if he's feeling better, I'm so happy about that. That's first. I know the finals are a big deal. I get it. It's what we do. But I'd be thrilled if he just says he's feeling better. And then we deal with the basketball stuff.
Does he give you a straight answer basically every day or two of, hey, I'm still not ready?
You know what, Carl? I don't ask him every day. I guess I'm just waiting for him to say some good stuff as far as, hey, I was thinking about this. As far as him being straight with me, unfortunately, this has been a 2-year odyssey, and he's never tried to, sugarcoat how he feels, and sadly, we've been dealing with this, so I can tell. And you guys are around him; you see the ups and downs. I don't worry about him saying something that isn't true. I mean, whether that's because of a relationship or just who he is, he's not gonna put himself or the team at risk and say that he can do it if he doesn't feel like he can.
Well, there's some speculation that he actually might do the opposite, in that because Mike's done such a good job and here is the finals, that even if he felt up to it, he might not want to insert himself back in. Do you think that's a realistic scenario? Or
if that's how he feels, I mean, I haven't heard him say. We really haven't delved into the possibility of even if I feel well. Again, sounds maybe backwards to say, but I'd love to have that conversation with Steve. Should you coach? Well, I think I feel pretty good. Wow, okay, that's great. For many levels, more than basketball. But I think the interesting thing is, and you guys may pick up on it, but just his presence is very powerful in many ways. I mean, I know a lot of people maybe that watch this or read about this will think, well, he's not out there on the bench during the game. There's so much more to coaching than that, although that's extremely important. Here today at practice, addressing the team, pulling a player aside, game planning up in their offices. Steve's a unique guy. I mean, it's hard in life to find people that really can put off what he puts off as far as his authenticity, as far as his leadership, as far as how he can relate to players. And just having him in the building and around is very powerful. Coaching is too. Being out there is huge. But at this point, I can't answer whether, if he feels good, does he say, well, at this point, I don't want to do it anyway. We haven't really addressed that.
Bob, what do you see on players' faces in terms of how they respond to his presence or things players say?
Well, I mean, empathy is first, and then probably respect. As far as they want him to feel better. You get to know your coach. Some of these guys have, he's been their only coach. Some of them won a championship with him. Some of them have lost a championship with him. You develop relationships there. We contrary to popularity, we get to know each other more than basketball. We're people, and they want him to feel better. I heard one of the guys asking him today, how are you? Not in regards to can you coach or not, but how are you doing? And there's empathy there, and there's respect. I mean, they know what he's done for them. They know what he's done for this organization, and that means something to them. So I'm sure they wish this never had. They wish he could just be out here. We could be talking about basketball right now. I wouldn't be sitting. I don't want to sit here and talk about this. But we got good guys, and they care about him. So it's nice to see.
How proud are you of this group? I mean, not every team that lost their head coach for playoffs would be 12-0 and going to the finals. I mean, it's been a group that's withstood a lot of things.
Yeah. Very, very proud of our coaching staff, our players, of Steve. This is not. I don't know. Somebody asked me, is going to the finals 3 times muted because of what's going on? Of course it is. This isn't. This should be great. This should be unbelievable, and we are excited and we are proud. But our head coach can't coach. It's not an excuse, it's just a fact, and that sucks. But we deal with it, and everybody has been dealing with it and have met that challenge and have embraced it and will continue to do it. And that is a testament to the players and their fortitude and the other coaches. And Steve's ability to empower a group of coaches. A lot of times the leader, they want the power. They don't want to delegate. They don't want to kind of encourage people to elevate themselves. Steve is the antithesis of that. Whether it's our players or our coaches, he says it's your championship. It's your pursuit. It's all of ours. It's not his alone. So that all helps. You never want to deal with this stuff, but when you do, it helps to have someone in a leadership role that uses that methodology and wants it to be a group thing.
Is he making the start of the San Antonio series, how much impact do you think Steve has had just behind the scenes, talking in locker rooms, being at coaches' meetings, being at practice? I mean, basically you're only removing the bench part.
Well, I know this, Carl. I know even though he's not out there on the bench, you can't measure the impact of everything else. It's just like some people in life, when they're in the room, and when they're not. Some people in life, you don't even know if they're there or not. When Steve Kerr walks in the room, he has that he's got that. He's magnetic in that way. So I don't know how to weight the impact, but I know it's there. And I know if he wasn't here, we would feel it. We would be worse for it, to be honest. How much worse? I don't know. But we're better when he's sitting over there. We're better when he's talking to the team. And to his credit, Mike gets all that too. And Mike, they've been great partners in this pursuit. And I think, people have said, Steve, should you step away? You might feel better. This is his sanctuary. Even though he's suffering, being at home or being removed is actually harder. If we can understand that, because this is his joy. Even though it's a muted joy right now, this is the best thing that he feels. This is his fulfillment. So this is where he gets his courage, as opposed to stepping away and watching it all transpire without him. So even though he's suffering right now, at least he's kind of with all of us.
Bob, he said he does not want to come back and then have to retreat again. Have you guys had the discussion, like how many days in a row he has to feel capable of doing it before he wanted to come back? be full-time on the bench?
We talked about it in a vague manner, not precisely saying it has to be 2 days or 3 days. Obviously, we're kind of coming up to the end either way, win or lose. So it's a shorter runway now. It's such an interesting. What he's going through is hard. I don't think anybody can really if it was easily understood, it would be easily resolved, and it's not easily understandable. So if he woke up one day and felt much better at this point, I don't think we'd wait a week. Again, let's cross that unbelievably good bridge if it comes. I don't know if it's coming. I know I want it to come, but we'll see.
Do you have a sense that the procedure that he had in North Carolina helped?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes procedures like that can take some time to reveal themselves and improve the symptoms. Sometimes it's immediate. I don't know how much you guys have researched what he's going through, and I don't feel entirely comfortable with all the details, but sometimes these things improve over a month or 2 months. Sometimes they're are quicker, and that goes for all the things he's been attempting to do and seek to get himself better. So I can't say for sure right now.
Bob, thanks
Bob.
for the update.
Thanks.